Hello, we're going to use ScreenFlow to demonstrate how Read and Write 3 Gold for Mac can convert Word document text files into audio files, into MP3 audio files that can be listened to through iTunes, or once there can be burned into CDs and listened to on any CD player. In addition to the conversion of text-to-speech capabilities in Read and Write Gold, we're going to show how web content using Safari as a browser can also be converted to audio files. So let's begin first by opening up a Word document. And I have selected Marshall Memo 310 as the demonstration text, and open that up. And the very first thing you need to do once your document file is open is to select all. So we go to Edit, Select All. Using the Speech Maker button in Read and Write 3 Gold for Mac, I am going to set a couple of parameters. I've got the speed at 50%. That is a speed that works, I think, fairly well with Text Help Jane US as the voice, and we'll demonstrate that once we get the path also established. Notice that this says Marshall 309. I have been converting Marshall memos to audio files. It left off at that number. It's important, though, that you hit the Browse button and identify the name of the MP3 file that is going to be created. In this case, I am going to want to create Marshall 310 to indicate Marshall Memo 310. I hit Save. And just to make sure, I'm going to go to the text, scroll back up to its beginning, and sure enough, Marshall Memo 310 appears in the text window. Going back to settings, I'm okay at speed. Volume is okay. I'm going to convert to MP3 format. So I'm ready to do the conversion. And I simply hit the conversion button. And it takes, in this case, about 4 minutes to do the conversion. And what I will do is stop the ScreenFlow recording at this point and then pick it up after the conversion has been finished. And here we go at the conclusion of the audio conversion. I'm going to say OK to that. I'm going to close SpeechMaker down, and then I'm going to also close down Marshall Memo 310. It'll ask me if I want to save the changes. I will say yes. And I'll just minimize my window and then do a quick demonstration of the capabilities for reading web content and creating speeches as well. I have selected from the McCrell lesson planner that I have bookmarked in my Safari bookmark folder. A lesson plan on the Civil War. This is for younger students, grades 3 to 5. And I just wanted to use this as a demonstration. I can select the entire passage, but I can also put my cursor at the beginning and it will read either what I have selected,
the Civil War,
or if I select the entire passage, I have to be careful to include it all. I can just let it read from that point on.
The Civil War era is one of the most critical and fascinating in our nation's history. The many books about this period written for young audiences provide a rich context in which to learn about the Civil War itself.
Okay, so that is a demonstration of how you can have highlighted reading from Safari browser content done by Read and Write Gold. And now let's make a speech. Let's convert this text here. Whoa, here we go. And we're going to hit the speech maker button again, which looks like this. And I want to make sure my text is in the text window. It is. Settings are the same as when we converted Marshall Memos. I have to give it a name, and I'm just going to, for the sake of ease, call this Civil War lesson, let's say. I'm going to have to save it on my desktop. Ready to convert. Hit the convert button. It appears on the desktop as an AIF form, and then when finished it has now taken on the title that you gave it and I gave it, and it has the appendage MP3 after it. We're going to say OK to that. And then I'm going to close my speech maker. I am going to minimize my Civil War, and I'm going to end here. These audio file formats now could be simply dragged into iTunes for safe storage. If I were to click on
the Civil War era is one of the
iTunes
most critical
is
and
the
fascinating
default
in our
player,
nation's history.
and you hear
The many
the words
books about this period written for young
from
audiences
iTunes.
provide a
I
rich
can go
context in which to
and
learn
open
about the Civil
iTunes.
War itself and to explore more basic.
and just stop the playing. Close iTunes, and we're good to go. Thank you.